welcome. My name is Lacey, and I'm so glad you're here. I just wanted to share a little bit about my story this past year. This year, I decided, I guess, to glow up. Along with grow up, I guess, but glow up this year. I am 43 and I have two beautiful kids, a wonderful husband, and I had just gotten to the point to where I wanted a change. I wanted a positive change for myself. And so here are just a couple of things that I did to kind of help me to glow up, feel better, look better for myself, because that's what makes me feel good. So here's just a couple of things. Okay, so one is I made a point that I was going to go to the gym. I was going to go to the gym no matter how I felt, no matter if it was raining, snowing, bad weather outside. I made a point that I was going to go. The kids are in school, so there's no reason. I know I have housework. I know I have doctor's appointments, dental appointments for the kids. And I realized there was always going to be something, There's always going to be dishes left in the sink. There's always going to be toys and things that need to be picked up. But, there's only one you. There's only one Lacey. There's only one mom. And so, I realized that I had to start being dedicated in the gym. Start being dedicated, and while you're there, you begin to like change. You see yourself getting better. Your clothes, when you go consistently, you notice your clothes start to feel better. You notice that your mindset gets better. You're more positive in how you look at things and how you look at life, how you look at people. So that changes, and that changes your mood, And so you start wanting better for yourself. You start wanting more for yourself and for your life, And so I started doing that. I started going to the gym, and I started ordering some books and going to the library, with my kids, which that's huge right there, because there's so much that you can learn. There's so much. While my kids are getting books, I'm getting books. While my kids are learning, I'm learning, and I've learned so much about, health, nutrition, how to take care of your skin, how to take care of your body. And I really can say it all started, getting these books. I ordered books from, Amazon. I got books from the library, and I started learning about nutrition. I started learning like different recipes, and how to make healthy recipes for my family. And also another thing too is whenever you're cooking something and you have containers, meal prep containers. I went to a couple grocery stores and I got meal prep containers, and so I started putting my meals in meal prep containers, so that way if I needed a quick meal to put in the microwave, I could do that, or if I could take it with me. And it saved on dishes, because a lot of times dishes, it can just it can add up so fast. And so having meal prep containers and things like that, that helps. And I found out, through my doctor, because I was eating bread. and I didn't realize it, but there was a lot of inflammation going on because it was it's a wheat protein in bread. It's called gluten. And so they did some blood work, and sure enough, there was a gluten sensitivity, a gluten allergy. So I had to do away with gluten completely in my life because it was affecting, my health. And I was still making healthy choices and recipes, but it got to the point where, like, I had to say no to a lot of things, like especially, fast food, or even eating out with friends. I had to, watch what I was eating. So finding out that I had a gluten sensitivity and everything really changed the way that I cook, really changed the way that I do things and the way that I eat. So, and this year I don't eat bread anymore. I don't eat bread anymore. I just decided that it wasn't good for me. So I just don't eat it, and I'm fine. A lot of people, they can eat it. That's great. That's wonderful. But it was just something that I had to give up. So, and number 4, my last thing is listening to positive music and listening to positive people, because nothing will get you off track faster than listening to people that are not positive, people that are negative, people that, even movies and things that just, bring you down, music that brings you down, listening to music, and you don't realize it, but the lyrics, you start listening to that, and that starts affecting you too. So so listening to more Christian, classical, soothing, relaxing, more, I call it spa music, but, and music that encourages you, It's good to have that, and good to have friends. Good to have friends that encourage you, I am so thankful. I have a handful, I guess, of friends that I feel like really encourage me, and I can encourage them. And I know a lot of people can't say that, but I am very thankful for the friends that God has put in my life. And some friends have, gone out of my life, and that's okay, because not everybody that you start off with, you finish with, and I get that. But I'm thankful for what I have learned. I'm so thankful for the people that are in my life right now, and I miss people. I miss, there's certain people I really, really do. I miss being in their presence. I miss talking with them. But at the same time, like, God has a way. God has a reason. And I am so thankful for who I do have in my life, who I do have in my corner. And I want you to be thinking, like, who's in my corner? Who's rooting for me? And those are the people that you want to keep in your life. It's those people that are genuinely rooting for you. All right? Genuinely rooting for you. And when you have that, your glow up is going to happen. You are going to transform. And not overnight. It is a process. But you will transform. You will begin to start seeing progress in your life. So, anyway, I hope this helps. And if you enjoyed this video, press like and follow me on Instagram. And I hope that everyone has a great day and stay beautiful.